something nearby has moved. Sight is not necessary here. On this shore, movement alone can betray you. For a heartbeat, they pause, bodies tense, heads lifted, listening for the next clue. The iguana must move to escape. The snakes have done what they were built to do. Their hold tightens, the resistance fades, and the last movements of the iguana disappear into silence. There is an irony to this island. It has shaped countless marine iguanas to live here, yet in the same world, it has also shaped the danger that follows them. Out here, stillness can be the difference between life and death. Move too early and it gives itself away. Wait too long and the danger closes in anyway, and the iguana understands that. A scrape of a claw, a twitch of the tail, a shift in balance, that is all it takes. The snake is searching for movement, not shape. If the iguana can resist the urge to run, it may remain just beyond notice. The threat lingers, then passes. On this shore, exposure is never neutral. The moment it leaves shelter, it enters a landscape tuned to movement. What started as suspicion becomes pursuit. They turn movement into contact, and contact into control. For a moment, it looks finished. Then comes the opening. A coil slips. The iguana twists free, and suddenly, escape is possible. In an instant, it turns weakness into momentum and slips clear. Here, the rocks begin to help. They break up the chase, giving it cover, footholds, and just enough unpredictability to throw the snakes off. What began as a single chase is suddenly multiplying. From the rocks, from the gaps, from beneath the lava itself, more bodies begin to move. The beach is no longer just behind her, it is waking up around her, and now the rocks themselves seem alive. Now the rules shift. Up here, movement and sound no longer travel the same way through the ground. Below it, the snakes lose the clear signal they had been following. Their speed fades, they slow, they listen, they search, close but no longer certain. Then it moves, and at once the snakes have their answer. The pause is over. With the snakes almost within reach, she makes the only choice she has left. She leaps. By the time it shows itself again, it seems almost as if reclaimed by the landscape itself. But on these shores, escape is never an ending, only a pause in what continues. All it takes is one of them to catch the signal, and suddenly the others are alerted too. It runs hard for the rocks, trying to turn the terrain to its advantage. But now the landscape turns against it. What should have offered escape instead becomes a place of enclosure, with danger pressing in from every direction. Each final effort is smaller than the last, until the fight begins to fade into stillness. This is the law of the shoreline. One life fights to continue, another survives by ending it. Harsh, immediate, and indifferent. Nature exactly as it is. A marine iguana stands firm against the surge of the Pacific. Found only on the Galapagos Islands, these are the world's only seafaring lizards. To survive, they must venture into the waves to reach their primary food source. Dense beds of red and green algae grow on the submerged volcanic rocks. Using powerful, hook-like claws, they anchor themselves against the violent pull of the tide. Submerged in the cold currents, they scrape the seaweed clean with specialized three-cusped teeth. It is a high-stakes energy trade-off. In the water, the iguana is transformed. By tucking their limbs against their sides, they adopt a perfectly streamlined profile. Lateral undulations of the long, flattened tail drive them through the swell. Deep dives can last for significant periods, though most are limited by the cold. Their heart rate slows dramatically to conserve oxygen and core temperature. When the feeding is done, the struggle to exit the surf begins. Exhausted and chilled, they must haul themselves back onto the safety of the rocks. It is a life lived on the narrow margin between two unforgiving worlds. One of searing equatorial heat and one of treacherous cold water.